will play on Friday. Then now you've got Minden. You can slot them into that third spot, and they'll play the winner of our next one, Milford and Arlington. You're going to want to stick around to find out who's winning that battle, because it is coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Hi, I'm Jake. I grew up with a great relationship with God. After high school, I became selfish and put my own desires before God. I struggled with alcohol and lust, and the devil had a tight grip on me. My life was full of darkness, and I was on the verge of losing my family. Thankfully, I chose God as my higher power, and through treatment, amended my relationship with God and my family. If you are struggling, contact your local pastor or priest, or call 402-379-2030.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer, with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Insurance for us is a big deal. You know, you've got property and equipment and materials and people and workers' comp and things like that. It's a size large deal to keep your arms around that, to make sure that you're insured and properly, and to manage your risk. They understand that we're going to keep expanding our business, which means more volume, which means more insurance, more equipment, more everything, and ways to lower our operating costs.
I'm Jenny Last with AgriCity Insurance, protecting what you grow today and tomorrow.
A body in motion stays in motion until you feel that muscle tighten, that sharp pain you didn't expect, and suddenly you're stopped in your tracks. KRT helps you get back in action with all natural pain relief in just minutes. Don't get sidelined by muscle cramps. Stay in the game with KRT.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
"2025 Nebraska State Basketball on News Channel Nebraska is presented by Currency. Does your business need help financing big-ticket items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at LibertyFirstCU.com. Teammates Mentoring. Join the team. Be a mentor. Go to teammates.org today. Woodhouse Auto. Convenience delivered every time. Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. And by 5 Points Bank. Trust the better bank with your financial needs.
Well, 3 teams have punched their ticket into the Class C1 semifinals on Friday. Gothenburg will take on Lincoln Christian, and Minden will play the winner of our next battle. 3-seeded Milford taking on 6-seeded Arlington, and what should be a really fun matchup to wrap things up in our Class C1 quarterfinals.
Yeah, it should be a great game. You look at teams that you are playing well at this stage of the game. Certainly you're playing well to get here, but you got Arlington who's won 11 of 12, and Milford's only loss was an early season loss to undefeated Lincoln Christian. So 2 teams playing at the top of their game right now. Should be a great basketball game.
And that's what it should be. Whenever you get to Lincoln, you want to be peaking at the right point, and right now the Eagles think that they're doing that.
Yeah, well, the Eagles are going to win either way, right? I mean, but yeah, both teams playing great basketball. I think it's going to be one of those games that it probably comes down to a mistake here or a big shot there. It's going to be a 4-quarter game for sure.
Kalen, Deb, and Lucy, if you're joining you on News Channel Nebraska, we saw both teams saw their opponent, Minden, getting into the Friday matchup after getting that win over Scotus. So now we got to find out which team's going to win and who can take down Minden on Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle, but I think both these teams are playing really well. And certainly Milford is a team, as we mentioned, only that one loss. If you look over their schedule, they haven't had very many close games, so they've really been a dominant basketball team. So I think Arlington's going to have to play really well tonight to stay with Milford.
Well, who to watch out for between Arlington and Milford, we'll tell you coming up next on News Channel Nebraska. Final Class C1 quarterfinal between Milford and Arlington, the 3 seed and the 6 seed. Who is the spotlight going to be on the hardwood here tonight for the Milford Eagles, Lou? Who do you got?
I think Shayla Rautenberg is the player to look for. As a team that's got 3 senior starters and another junior starter, she's a freshman, but she's 6'3". She can dunk a volleyball, believe it or not. We've seen video, but a great player and certainly an athletic player that's going to be a very difficult matchup, I think, tonight for Arlington.
We've seen the video, and you will too. Get ready for that with Eric here in just a little while. So Shayla Rottenberg, someone to watch out for, just a freshman, fantastic ball player. Now on the other end, looking for a player like Bryn Nielsen, who has really been the catalyst on this Arlington team down the stretch.
Yeah, unlike the freshman superstar, you got a senior leader on this team. He's going to have to be good in this ball game. Again, I think Milford's so powerful, but a player like Nielsen, if she has a big game, can really lead this team. And you're going to have some adversity. You want a player like Nielsen. I think she's a player that can keep this team together when things get tough. Who knows, maybe lead this team to a victory.
A date with the Whippets on the line in the Friday Class C1 semifinals. Milford and Arlington coming up. But first, let's head on down to Eric McKay.
Thank you, Kalen. Arlington is here at state for the first time in more than 2 decades. Can we expect them to make a run to the title game? History might be on their side. Consider this. Emerson Tim, their point guard, averages 6.4 assists per game. That's tops in the state of Nebraska, regardless of class. And historically, the team that comes to state with the assists leader in the state of Nebraska has done pretty well. The last 2 years, that was Britt Prince at Elkhorn North. They've won the state championship both years. In 2022, it was Olivia Loomis-Girdle at Bridgeport who made it to the Class C1 title game. And in 2020 and 2021, each year, it was Allison Widener of Humphrey St. Francis who won a title and finished runner-up. That means in the last 5 years, the team that has the assists leader in the state has made it to their respective title game. For Arlington to do that today, though, against a talented Milford team, they're going to need Emerson Tim to drop dimes like she's got holes in her pockets. Could be done. We'll take it back to 2 guys who always know how to find the open shooter, Kaylin Devin and Lou Siefker. With your starting lineups and all the action, you're watching the Class C1 quarterfinals on News Channel Nebraska.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
The pregame show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com and by KRT. Learn more at KRTRelief.com. State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point. Redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. If you love live sports, you'll love News Channel Nebraska. Live sports from every region of the state. Football, volleyball, basketball, baseball, soccer, bowling, and even 6-man football. If Nebraska kids play it, we air it. Small town high schools with big hometown pride. Support local kids, support local schools, support Nebraska. Watch NCN Sports every week.
Let's just be clear. When Eric said that 2 guys who know how to find the open shooter, it's usually Lou who does the passing. I take care of the shooting.
Yeah,
and that's only when you don't turn it over.
Well, you know, I gotta find the open man. Even if you can't make a shot, I gotta get it to you to the basketball.
Our school spotlight is brought to you by Currency. If you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency's here to help. Go check out GoCurrency.com. For Arlington, 2 state appearances. This is a team that has gotten to the state championship and won the title back in 2000, their first trip since 2001. 24 years later, here are the Eagles. As for our other team, Milford, they've also made the title twice in their career. Their third trip and first since 2008. However, this team has yet to win a game in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, they got a chance today. As I mentioned, I think both these teams have some quality athletes. Both these teams playing well, really good basketball right now. It's going to be one of those games that small things will make a difference, whether it's turnovers or offensive rebounding, things like that. Effort plays are going to be big. Both these teams really feel like they got a great chance to advance here today.
Arlington head coach Tasha Wolf, her second year, 42-9. She's had a tremendous campaign with the Eagles in 2 seasons. Got here by beating Central City 56-45, and that's a big win for Arlington. As for Milford, they got here by taking down the Pierce Blue Jays. They had a 17-point lead in the first quarter. Pierce came back and tied it in the fourth, but Eagles were able to hold on and escape the potential upset bid.
Yeah, that was probably a good game for them before you come to state because, as I mentioned, they've won a lot of games by 20, 30 points. They've been a very dominant team. It's good to be challenged, I think, before you get to state. Pierce challenged them, and that might be just what they need here as they face some very good competition here in Lincoln.
Starters on the floor for the Eagles is Emerson Tim, Macy Wolf, Haley O'Daniel, Libby Hegeman, and Britt Nielsen. 16.6 points per game, 7.5 rebounds. She's got the single season team record for total points. Britt Nielsen, watch out for her, the 5'10 senior that really gets the Arlington Eagles into motion.
I mentioned Britt Nielsen at the outset, and she holds the single team record for points, but a good three-point shooter at 30%, quality free throw shooter at 74%. Her offense, almost 17 a game, will be very important against a good defensive team in Milford.
Here's a look at the Milford Eagles. This is a team that's got Ayla Roth, a good senior, averaging 14 points per game. Coaches Nice, Taylor Oldfield, Izzy Yackley, Shayla Rottenberg, the freshman, and Ashlyn Miller, a sophomore, daughter of assistant coach Greg Miller. A lot of good coaches on this Milford team as well. Bryce Roth is at the head of that in his 4th season. Eagles are 74-22.
Rautenberg was our player to watch. She also holds the school record for blocks, so a really good defensive player. You combine her with Ashlyn Miller, who's 6 feet tall. You got a big team down there, 6'3" and 6 foot. And both of them very capable scorers, averaging together about 24 points a game and 14 rebounds. So very productive is that size for the Milford Eagles.
One of the things that we always mention, Lou, is how well things translate from volleyball to basketball. A lot of the times is due to size. We've seen that with Milford. This was a team that was at the state tournament in volleyball in November. They did lose that first round game to, coincidentally, the Pierce Blue Jays, the team they beat in the district final.
Yeah.
Pierce came back from a 6-point 5th set deficit and got that win, knocking Milford out. But Milford gets that bit of revenge over Pierce in the district final. And the Eagles are here with a chance to get their first ever win at the state level in Lincoln.
Yeah, they certainly have that opportunity. I think it's a really good team. The problem now is that, and it's not a problem for us, it's a problem for teams that are trying to advance, but with the new seeding that they've had the last few years, you don't get a whole lot of teams that kind of get here by accident or that don't play good competition. Everybody that's here has really earned their way here, so you're going to face good competition all the way to the state championship game, and that's good for, I think, good for state basketball.
We wouldn't have it any other way. Take a look at the student sections tonight as tip-off is in the air, and it's won by the Milford Eagles. We'll show you those students here in a moment. They are packed and ready to roll as the Milford starts with a three-pointer. No good. Offensive board. Rautenberg with the bucket.
Yeah, Rautenberg right off the bat gets that offensive rebound over the top of the Arlington player and the easy putback.
Emerson Tim for the Arlington Eagles. It's going to be hard to say Eagles and Eagles because both of them are the Eagles. Now up to, is Wolf on the wing. Over here on the drive is Nielsen. That shot is no good. A good Bucks out rebound from Ashlyn Miller.
Yeah, that 1-2 combination, Miller and Rautenberg, very, very good. Going to be tough for Arlington today.
Floats a pass and a missed three by Yackley. Here comes Wolf. Macy Wolf for the Arlington Eagles. 5'9" junior, averaging nearly 11 points per game. Left wing three-pointer on the way, off the back of the rim and no good. And the rebound is collected by Milford's Izzy Yackley. .120 gone in this first quarter. A three-pointer is buried. Eagles, Taylor Oldfield gets Milford up 5-0.
Oldfield, as a 5'4" senior, averages 8 points a game. She'll be playing basketball at Doane next year. That's a big hit here early for Milford.
Another member of that Milford volleyball team this fall. There's a shot that gets tipped away. A bit of an indecision in the air. Britt Nielsen, and now Milford with a 5-0 lead, looking to extend it early. Roth inside, Rautenberg, what a pass and a finish for the freshman.
Perfect post-entry pass, led Rautenberg right to the basket. All she had to do is catch and go up and score.
Averaging 14 points, 9 rebounds a game, 6'3". That's hard to stop in the paint. Three-pointer blocked. Oh, what an effort by Roth. A foul will put Milford on the line.
It's going to be another game where one team gets out to a really hot start. Milford already up 7-0 early. That's a great behind-the-back dribble into traffic, draws the foul. That's just a great play there by Roth.
Ayla Roth gets the free throw to drop. What a start for Milford. Eight nothing. Ayla gets them both. And the Milford Eagles, hot start, 9-0 lead. Drive, Emerson Tim. Kicks to the wing, a three on the way. Buried right back by Arlington. It's Libby Hegeman with the three.
That's a nice hit there for Hegeman. You just needed something to fall here and get your bearings about you.
Near side, Yackley. She's got it. She'll take the three to answer, and she can't do it. There's Rautenberg with the rebound. Goes right to the rim, off the glass. No good. Yackley's board. Back to Rautenberg. Left hand in.
Well, Rautenberg's 6'3", but she plays more like 6'5", 6'6". She's got those long arms, and I love the way she leans in toward the basket. Everything's going toward the basket when she's got the basketball.
She's got 6 points and another rebound. Rautenberg, 3 boards to go with those 6 points, and now another foul. That one going against Macy Wolf.
Well, Ayla Roth, such a great compliment to the big players. That handles the basketball well, takes the ball strong to the basket.
Already 2 fouls on Wolf. Free throw is good for Ayla Roth.
2 fouls on Macy Wolf. That hurts you if you're Arlington, obviously. Wolf's got to sit down for a while now. You don't want her to pick up a 3rd foul this early in the ballgame.
Both are good. What a start for Milford. 10-point lead out of the gate. 3-pointer again. That's way long. And the rebound tracked down right into the lap of Roth. Tries to rush down the floor. And feeds it on the wing. A 3. Yackley. It's good. Oh. Milford comes out. Guns a-blazing. They've got a 16-3 lead over Arlington to open up our final Class C1 quarterfinal. Yackley causes the timeout. And the lead for Milford.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
5 Points Bank brings communities together. Points Bank. Better bank, better community, better life.
First quarter brought to you by John Henry's, our family serving yours. So look at some of the crew from Arlington who've made the way down, and right now their Eagles need a little bit of help, trailing 16-3.
That's a good timeout. You're just getting shell-shocked right now. You got to settle down and play basketball. You got to rise to the occasion. Milford has come out very strong, and now you've got to meet them at that level.
Here's a steal. Trying to go underneath. Abby Crabtree with the basketball, trying to go to Rottenberg, and way over her head. But here's the thing that I feel like we see every year in Lincoln, and it doesn't always happen, but sometimes one team will get up big, and we'll see a bit of a rally as the other team starts to settle down. But you never know, and every game is different.
Well, we saw that last game. Scotus came back and tied it.
Trailed by 18 points in that one. Didn't get the win, but they did come back. Here's a missed three, and the rebound picked up by Milford. Jacob up the floor to Roth. Blocked from behind. The rebound picked up. Tipped out of bounds, and into the scorer's table goes Kylie Jacob.
Yeah, that was quite a lot of physicality there. No fouls were called. Let's watch this block. That's probably a good no call. There wasn't a lot of contact there.
Haley Arp with the good defensive play.
Yeah, Arp racing back and getting in position to at least change the shot.
Tim thinking about a three. She drives inside instead. Tries to go up over the defender and can't get it to go over Ashlyn Miller. Good ball movement. Kick out three. No good by Taylor Oldfield. Arlington back with the ball. Under 3 to go in the first quarter. Arlington is 0 of 4 on their last field goals. It's a current 7-0 run for Milford. Three-pointer. That's no good off the back of the rim. Offensive board is collected. Trying to go back up over the backboard. And will change hands after the Macy Wolf miss.
Wolf just tried to get that shot up off the glass and hoping a foul would be called. No foul was called, and it just kind of went up over the top of the backboard. But
it's the tricky thing when if you try to expect a foul, it kind of messes with your head, because then you try to adjust your shot on if you get fouled, and if you don't get fouled, it just comes out a little wobbly. Back inside, Rautenberg, tough shot, hits the rim and no good.
Arlington really collapsed in the post there and forced Rautenberg to shoot over about 3 or 4 defenders.
Tough shot, right hand runner, no good. Offensive rebound, back up and to the line. Britt Nielsen with a chance to get on the board.
Well, certainly a player Arlington would like to get going offensively. Nielsen averages 16.6 a game. As we mentioned, one of the senior leaders of this team. And now is the time where you've got to, as a senior, remain calm. A lot of basketball left to be played, down 13, now 12 with that free throw going down.
That's a big one.
Pretty good block there by Rautenberg. Got her with the body, I think, on the hip.
Both free throws good for Brett Nielsen. Trying to get Arlington back in the swing of things. Crabtree to Yackley, back to Crabtree in the corner. Underneath Miller.
Oldfield back to Yackley. Good ball movement to Rautenberg. Goes up with it and fouled. That one looks like it's called on Arp.
We see what the ball movement creates. It creates a 1-and-1 situation in the post, and Rautenberg's going to win most of those. Did get help on that backside, but that's a tough assignment for Arp. Even though she's at 6 feet tall, you've got a 6'3" athletic player that you've got to guard. That's very difficult for anybody in the state of Nebraska against Rautenberg.
Well, the foul actually goes against Nielsen. Nielsen was there along with Arp. So Arp was straight up, but they get Nielsen with the foul. Rautenberg misses both free throws, and Arp collects the one-handed rebound. A minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. Valeria Garoval now inside. That's a miss. Here comes Milford. Yackley wants another three. That's no good off the back of the rim. Oldfield with the rebound. Forcing one inside. Miller no good. And there's the rebound by Nielsen.
It was a pretty good pass inside to Miller.
Just 5 points in this first quarter for Arlington. Three-pointer on the way. Buried! Emerson Tim on the board with a triple.
It's a big early hoop. Gives a little bit of momentum to Arlington as the first quarter is winding down.
Back out, Oldfield tries to answer, and she does! Her second three of the quarter.
I worked that basketball around. Oldfield with an open three, and she buries that one.
Emerson Tim feeds it inside. Nielsen blocked out of bounds by Rautenberg. So hard to go up over the freshman.
She set the school record for blocks. She might have the state record before this whole thing's over.
6'3" and 6 foot on the inside for Milford. Feed into Nielsen, fouled from behind, and Nielsen will go to the line after the baseline jumper.
Yackley picks up that foul. Only her first.
Good looking student section for both Arlington and Milford. This free throw is no good.
I don't know if it's the weather. A lot of free throws have been missed in this first round.
That one is good. So Nielsen does miss the front end, but comes back with the second. A 10-point lead for Milford.
Milford's got time here.
Drive by Roth. Oldfield, can she get her third? She can't there. Rebound picked up. A heave at the buzzer. No good. Emerson Tim gave it a chance, and Milford takes a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter. What a start for the Eagles in purple, 19-9. Milford over Arlington.
Ford and Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford and Beatrice, sales and service with a smile.
Your life can change with one heartbeat, and that was mine. Pregnant at 16, scared, and wondering how my mother would react was terrifying. This is Selma. I made the right decision. I can't imagine if I would have ended this beautiful life. Your baby is a person that deserves their life and your love. Adelina has filled my life with tremendous joy. There are difficult times, it's a life changer, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. My faith is my strength. You are not alone. Call your local pastor to talk.
10-point lead for Milford after one. A look of the Arlington Eagle. They brought their mascot down. Are you more of an inflatable mascot fan, or are you a fan of the actual costume?
All I know is that guy took my wallet earlier.
He's got a target on his back right now. Lucifer's coming at him. Well, a foul on Ashlyn Miller will send Valeria Carvajal to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
We'll see which team can get hot from the free throw line.
Carvajal with a big free throw to start the second quarter for Arlington. Back to a single-digit game. Milford is led by as many as 13. That's the mark so far. And so far, they've led wire to wire. Inside, good look, blocked. Rautenberg's denied, and a jump ball. Probably not too many times you see Shayla Rautenberg get blocked, but a heck of an effort by Haley Arp, and I believe that was Nielsen. Arp got the jump ball, and now another jump ball as Arlington secures possession.
Well, you want to continue to surround Rautenberg and force her to pass the basketball. Kind of went into traffic. There was a good block. Question, can Milford make Arlington pay if they continue to double team?
And Arp with a turnaround bucket. Big one, and Arlington has cut it to a 6-point game.
Yeah, Arp, the 6-footer there for Arlington, gets the bucket.
Kick out three-pointer, Yackley, no good. Good box out rebound. Carvajal with the board. Tim up the floor. To Carvajal, a deep jumper. Good! Arlington continues their roll.
Well, here come the Arlington Eagles. A timeout for Milford. What a run here from Arlington.
Big timeout on the floor as Milford still with the lead, but just 4 points as Carvajal with a pure jumper with 6:53 to go in quarter number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Speedy Mart. When you have to fuel your journey and feed the crew, whether it's many or a few, Speedy Mart is fresh, ready, super clean, and convenient.
Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
And when you make a pit stop, it's gotta be fast. Easy in, easy out. Speedy Mart for the win.
19-15, Milford with the lead over Arlington. A 7-0 run for the Eagles wearing maroon. Milford was up by as much as 13. It's a 4-point game now.
Now Arlington's done a much better job defensively, and they've kind of tried to force the ball out of Rautenberg's hands. They've been able to block some of her shots. Just much more aggressive inside in the post.
Taylor Oldfield left open, and she makes you pay with a 3.
Oldfield shooting the lights out right now. One of the deep threats here for Milford.
She's got 3 3-pointers to open up the ball game. Here's the 3 to answer. Tim, no good. Offensive board. Nielsen lost it. Picked up by Carvajal. Good ball movement. Tim with the basketball again. Drives in left hand. Had it partially blocked. And Miller collects the rebound. Ayla Roth drives in, baseline, foul on Arp. Ayla Roth already 4 for 4 from the stripe. With another chance here, she's someone who is so good at getting to the free throw line.
Ayla Roth's a really good point guard. She handles the basketball very well. She's strong, aggressive off the dribble, and gets to the basket about as well as anybody. And I did not say she was a good free throw shooter. You did.
I said she's good at getting to the free throw line. That's different. Second quarter brought to you by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Rautenberg trying to keep the ball. Whoa! Tim jumped up and the ball went through her legs. I saved the possession for Arlington.
Heck of an avoidance there.
Carvajal bit off to the left. Rebound poked around. And it's going back to Milford. Yeah, don't get me with that broadcast jinx. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
5:45 to go in the first half. Milford leads 22-15. Rautenberg, good ball movement to Miller. Right there, and an easy lay-in.
That's a great play off the high post. Rautenberg catches Miller cutting on that baseline. Good high post pass for the lay-in.
Milford back up by 9. Carvajal on the top of the circle for Wolf. Back to Tim. Tim, good ball movement. Able to get it out and a foul. Arlington this season, 21-4. Their last loss was to Archbishop Bergen by 3. They also lost to North Bend Central, Sydney, and West Point Beamer. All 4 of those losses are to really quality opponents.
Yeah, West Point Beamer was the first game of the season.
Turnaround off the bank and in for Haley Arp.
Arp's been very efficient inside for this Arlington team.
5 minutes to go. What a cut through by Ayla Roth. A magical step through lay-in.
Yeah, I think she's really, really good player.
Tim back inside to Nielsen. Nielsen off the side of the backboard, gets her own rebound. Struggling to find some openings. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Tim with a deep 3. Hits the back of the rim. Poked around. And Arlington keeps it. What an effort. Haley O'Daniel.
Yeah, it's great effort by O'Daniel to save that basketball.
She'll take the 3 and launch it long. Rebound back up and good for Macy Wolf.
Nobody saw Macy Wolf coming in there. Nobody boxed her out. That's a good effort play. Get in there when no one's got in front of you and get that rebound.
Crabtree on the wing. Back to Rautenberg. Swarmed, kick out to an open Ayla Roth. Just misses the 3. Miller keeps the rebound. Finds Roth again. Then to Rautenberg, who misses but gets the rebound and puts it back in.
Well, Roth does not get credit for that assist, but that was a fantastic pass. Kind of a no-look pass with the left hand to Rautenberg.
O'Daniel to Arb, has it blocked and just taken away by Shayla Rautenberg. Right hand in for Miller.
Roth
snuck
again
up the floor.
Yep, but Roth again with a really good pass to the post player running the floor.
Nielsen. 3:05 to go in the first half. Tim to Nielsen, misses long. Miller with the board. Milford with the 11-point lead. Roth inside and lost it out of bounds. Going back to Arlington. Halftime show is brought to you by Visit Kearney, where you can find it all in Kearney. Tasha Wolf, animated words to her Arlington Eagles squad. Her second year has resulted in a state tournament appearance for this team. Currently they trail by 11. Trying to find something to get through this defense. Nielsen's had a heck of a time. She lost the ball, and a jump ball, which is going back to Milford.
Turns right into Oldfield here, who held her position very well. Hit her on the hip with the basketball, and it squirted out, led to the jump ball. That's good defense from, a player that's only 5'4", playing down there in the low block. Oldfield held her position and forced a turnover.
Nielsen will take a seat. She's 0 for 6 from the floor, but she does have 3 points due to the free throws and 5 rebounds. Roth wide open, left open for 3. In and out. Rebound collected by O'Daniel. Tim calling the play. 2 minutes to go in the half. Trailing by 11. Tim gets around the defender and then fouled from behind by Ashlyn Miller. Really thought she had the block. Let's take a look.
That was really close here. Might have got a little bit of the hand.
Yeah, you can't see it from that angle, so it's hard to say. First free throw's no good. Halftime highlights coming up next, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations, and Roe Buick and Grand Island and Aurora. Three-pointer, it's good! Izzy Yackley for three.
Well, Milford heating up now from three-point land.
A minute and a half to go. Turnaround, right hand, left it short. Rebound picked up by Rautenberg. Kick out. Yackley wants another. No good this time. Arp with the board. 1:15 to go. First half. Tim puts up the floater. It's no good. Same team on the offensive rebound as Carvajal tries to go up. Now a kick out to Tim for three. That's no good either. Rebound is collected by Crabtree. 50 seconds to go in the second.
Arlington's going to need in the second half to get better from the perimeter here to stay in this game.
Milford has matched their largest lead of the game so far by 13 points. Rautenberg uses space, no good. Her own rebound, back up and in. She's nearly unstoppable. 10 points for Shayla Rautenberg.
Yeah, not just tall, very, very athletic, able to stare that one, keep her body under control and go up and score easily.
Milford's got their largest lead of the ball game by 15. 10 points and 7 rebounds for Shayla Rautenberg. 7 seconds. And a turnover will give Milford one last chance at a bucket.
Well, Milford's got it. You want something going toward the basket here. Try to get a reasonably good look. 3.5 seconds, you can do that. Boy, a bucket here for Milford. What a boost that would be. Already up 15.
Taking a deep three, and it nearly went in. Could have had a little bit of a closer shot, but that one almost drops. Either way, Milford goes up 35-20 over Arlington in this Eagles battle. Stick around for our halftime show. We'll give you the first half highlights and more coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Unity Eye Centers, your provider of choice for complete vision care for all ages. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Sports Center on News Channel Nebraska, 35-20. Milford with the lead over Arlington at the half. The best part about the girls' state basketball tournament is finding the various ways that these teams are able to excite the fans all over the state. But one thing we've not seen at the girls' state tournament, obviously, is dunks. That might not be the case much longer. 6'3" freshman Shayla Rottenberg had video shared by her mom Lisa on social media earlier this month of her, dunking. Now, that's a volleyball that she's holding as she dunks it with the right hand, but she did so fairly easily. I talked to Coach Roth about it. He said she's practicing with a basketball. She's not quite there yet, but remember, she's just a freshman. She's got time. I have a feeling before too long, we'll see her dunk the ball in game. Who knows? Maybe it'll be in the second half here today. Two guys who always are able to dunk the basketball, granted, if one's sitting on the other's shoulders. Kaylin Debin and Lou Siefker have more halftime coming up. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. See the trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone. See the trainer. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
This is Emily with Family Physical Therapy at our Fountain Point location. Family Physical Therapy offers physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our therapists are highly trained and certified in a variety of techniques, offering individualized care designed specifically to meet your needs. Our patients are welcome to a friendly environment, and our therapists are driven by their patients succeeding and meeting their goals. Family Physical Therapy proudly serving various locations throughout central and northeast Nebraska. Our goal is to get you back to work, back to play, back to life.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Halftime, Milford the lead over Arlington, 35-20. One more half will decide who will take on Minden on Friday. Kaylin Debin and Lou Siefker, the two guys that must sit on each other's shoulders to dunk.
I have trouble dunking a donut, so I don't know what's going on there.
One, I don't think you could hold me on your shoulders, and two, I think the rim would have to be at least 4 feet high, maybe. I think you could get that one.
Yeah, I might be able to get that one.
We might see a dunk in the second half, like Eric said. Shayla Rottenberg, I mean, she is fantastic. What else is fantastic is the Kearney Sportsplex. Owned by the city of Kearney and plans to open in the spring of 2025. This will feature so much to it. And on the point of basketball, one of the things that's so amazing about it is the 59,000 square footage hardwood gymnasium, 3,000 spectator bleachers, 8 regulation high school basketball courts, or up to 12 volleyball courts as well. I mean, that's how amazing this thing is in Kearney, the Sportsplex. And I know that you're always excited talking about it. Well, what do you want to go see? Do you want to see who can take each other down in a one-on-one matchup? Because we've played before, and we know the result, Lou. It doesn't usually go too well for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I got tired of hearing you cry, so I quit playing.
Okay.
One of those things. It's experience. That's what it's about. It's experience.
Yeah, this old guy here thinks he can take me in a game of basketball. He's hustling me, I promise you.
Yep.
It's been a really fun first half of basketball, so make sure you check out the Kearney Sportsplex. But this game has been really fun. I want to take a look in a moment at the map to find out where all these teams in Class C1 are. We looked at that a moment ago. Let's show you exactly where we're at on the map. So you got Bridgeport way out west. They're no longer in. Gothenburg took them down. Minden is playing on Friday, the winner of Milford right now. In Arlington, Lincoln Christian advances, while North Bend Central and Scotus have both been eliminated so far. That's your map. In Class C1, the road to the state semifinals on Friday. Kaylin Devin and Lou Siefker here with you this evening. Make sure you give us a little follow on X at NCN Sports. We'd love to see you give us a follow, a retweet, a like. We got it all right there on NCN.
Absolutely. I think the second half's going to be interesting, Kaylin. One of the things I think you're going to have to do if you're Arlington is attack. I think you're going to have to, be aggressive, get to the free throw line. They've really heated up from the foul line here. But you're going to have to get there. You're going to have to be aggressive, and defensively, you're going to have to keep surrounding Rautenberg and force her to get that ball out of the post. Now, certainly, Milford's able to make those three-pointers, but you've got to pick your poison when you play a team like that. I think you try to take Rautenberg out of the game and force them to beat you from the perimeter, attack offensively, try to get back in it. You're down 15. We've seen teams come back today. They haven't won the games, but they've come back. Scotus came back and tied it. I think Arlington's a good enough team they can get back in this and make this a really good game in the fourth quarter.
Well, I think someone who really needs to step up for the Arlington Eagles is Britt Nielsen.
Yeah.
She's someone who's gotten to the free throw line a few times. She's 3 of 4 there, but she is 0 for 6 from the floor. You really need someone like that. You need Britt to step up and lead this team to a comeback in the second half.
Yeah, she had 31 points in the district final, including 15 in a row. So a player that can score. But, yeah, you're right. You got to have your big dogs step up and play well. And certainly Brett Nielsen is a player that Arlington leans on for points.
Well, stick around because coming up next, we'll have our halftime highlights. Stick around for that. Thanks to Roe Buick as well as to Sartor Heyman Jewelers. That's coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
The halftime show is proudly presented by Visit Kearney. Find it all in Kearney.
Sportsmanship embodies respect, fairness, and integrity in competition.
By showing good sportsmanship, you are respecting everyone's love for the game.
Show integrity, stay positive, and make the game enjoyable for everyone involved. Sportsmanship is at an all-time low and needed now more than ever. Whether you're on the court or in the stands, be courteous to everyone. It's the best way to be involved in the game.
Sportsmanship is a reflection of not only you, but your parents, your school, and your community.
Eagles squared on News Channel Nebraska with Milford and Arlington. And right now it's the Eagles in purple with a 35-20 lead over the Eagles in maroon. Kaylin Devin along with Lou Siefker here on News Channel Nebraska from the Devaney in the capital city of Lincoln, Nebraska. Let's send you on down to our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can all be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. And thanks to Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora. Milford came out with probably the best start you could imagine, or at least one of the best starts. Fun fact, not the best start today.
Yeah.
Three-pointer there by Taylor Oldfield, a 9-0 lead for Milford out of the gates. We talked about earlier, Gothenburg came out 20-0 over Bridgeport. You'll take 9-0 if you're Milford, though, as they continue to get it rolling. Three-pointers dropping. Milford was able to hit a big percentage of threes, 5 of 15. That's 33%, but still 5 threes in that first half. Pretty good.
Yeah, 5 threes is good, and conversely, Arlington only 2 of 10 from the three-point stripe, which is, that's only 20%. So I think you want those percentages to come up, certainly in the second half. You don't have to take a lot of threes, but you want to make a fair amount of them to stay with Milford.
Well, that last jumper by Carvajal made a 4-point game after a 13-point comeback, but Taylor Oldfield left wide alone, was able to hit a 3 there. Now we get to the midway point of the second quarter. Milford back up by 9 and then increased that lead to 11 thanks to Ashlyn Miller finding her way open. 32-20. Here's another 3. It's good again. Izzy Yackley with 6 points, 2 threes. in that first half of basketball. And then here's a miss, but an offensive rebound. Shayla Rautenberg, we saw her dunk at halftime. Dunk a volleyball.
Dunk a volleyball, yeah.
But
That's
that means a
impressive.
basketball, your hand is just too small. That's why they say I can't dunk, because my hand is too small. Oh, we do have Eric for another hit. We're going to send you on down again to see what he's got for us.
Getting set to start the second half. I just spoke with both coaches. Coach Tasha Wolf from Arlington saying they need to be better on the glass. In particular, giving up too many second chance opportunities, so they need to work on boxing out. Also, getting back and being better defensively in transition. Interestingly, Coach Bryce Roth of Milford also thought his team could rebound a little bit better in the second half, but he thought they played really well on defense, particularly in the first quarter. Wants to see them get back to that intensity to start the second half. Guys?
Milford with 14 defensive rebounds compared to 11 for Arlington. Both teams have 9 offensive boards. Both been rebounding well today. But your coach always thinks he could do a little bit better. There's an opening underneath and a bucket for Haley Arp to get Arlington started in the third quarter.
Real good half-court set there from Arlington. You're right. Get this second half started the right way. You know, when you give up 9 offensive rebounds, either side, you feel like you should do a better job keeping the other team off the glass. So
Oldfield a bit long on the three-point try. Here comes Emerson Tim down the floor. Now slowing things up.
Got really quality point guards in this game with Tim and Ayla Roth for Milford, 2 top-notch point guards.
Tim on the drive, tries to step through, left hand, scoop and score.
That's just a good finish there. Tim, only a junior, but one of the best passers, able to score there, but one of the best passers in the entire state.
Three-pointer, Yackley buries it. Threes falling for Milford. They hit their 6th. Yackley with the 3.
Well, there's the pick your poison. You get the ball kicked out of the paint. Get those spot-up shooters. If they make threes, you're in trouble.
Bit long on that jumper, and the rebound by Miller. Back down the floor, coming Taylor Oldfield. Inside to Rautenberg, in and out. Somehow that doesn't drop. It's been Taylor Oldfield and Izzy Yeakley. They've got 3 threes each for all 6 for Milford. Emerson Tim, nice feed. Trying to go back in, and Rautenberg with the block, and then Arp knocked down to the ground. On the other way, Roth behind the back. That's no good. Oldfield had it poked away. Roth, a near steal. 14-point lead for Milford. Bounce pass, good feed, and Rautenberg picks up the foul as Macy Wolf going to the line.
It's only number 2 on Rautenberg. You certainly like to get her in foul trouble if you're Arlington.
Saw a look at the replay, and that's pretty good block by Rautenberg.
And she's had both of fouls coming off blocks. But that's, again, when you're Arlington, you want to challenge the shot blocker and force the officials to make the call.
1 of 2 from the line for Macy Wolf. Emerson Tim with 3 assists so far today. Assist leader on all classes. Eric talked about how every team with that margin the last 5 years has made the state championship. But right now, if that's the case for Arlington, they've got lots of work to do in this game. A team that has not been back to Lincoln since 2001. Roth goes up, a lot of contact, no whistle. Tim, open jumper from the high post, good.
A little bit of a step back there around the free throw line. Tim clears away from the defense, but stays under control and makes that one easily.
She's got 8 points. Milford still hanging around with that double-digit lead. Rottenberg shot no good. Last touch by Miller somehow gets it in to Macy Wolf.
Excellent ball movement. Got the ball to Rottenberg one-on-one in the post. I think she rushed that shot. I don't think you have to take it that quickly.
Tim trying to take control in this ball game. Tough shot, left-handed, drops. Macy Wolf fouled hard and converts the free throw, or the jumper, with a chance at the free throw line for an extra.
Well, you know, these great teams that you fall behind, Arlington's one of those. They're going to come back. They're going to make a run. And, you know, if you're Milford, you have to withstand that. Arlington playing really well right now, only down 9, a chance to get it to 8 here with the free throw.
Arlington has tried to come back already once. As the free throw missed by Wolf. Here's the three. That's no good by Yeakley. And the rebound pulled down by Macy Wolf.
Got it.
And there's a three. A big one for Nielsen.
There's Nielsen. Yes, the player who really want to get going offensively. Boy, if you're Milford, you got to be cognizant of her at all times in this game, even though she had a slow first half. She's capable of going off and scoring a lot of points.
Talked about how big she was going to be for a comeback, and there's Roth slamming the door with an answer.
Well, I'm so impressed with Ayla Roth. I think she's a fantastic player, does so many things well.
9-point Milford lead. It was just 6 a moment ago as Milford had to fight off a 17-point comeback from Pierce in the district final. They got the win. And right now they're trying to hold off Arlington with 3:25 to go in the third quarter. Offensive foul going back to Milford. An illegal screen.
The foul's on Nielsen. That's number 2. It gives the ball back to Milford with that 9-point lead.
Good ball movement. Milford, it's Yeakley for 3. That's good! Ayla Roth with the 3.
Inside out, get to the open shooter. That's what Milford's really good.
Excuse me, it was Yeakley who knocked it down. The pass was from Ayla Roth.
Yep.
Look at this again.
Watch
the ball movement,
Roth
the feed.
Able to get inside and then they get the 3-point shot. That's where they're good.
We got to be good when I'm not stepping on your toes.
No, that's stepping on yours, buddy.
Milford with a 12-point lead, 44-32 over Arlington.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years. And by See the Trainer with locations in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Third quarter brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic's Norfolk location. Choose the medical clinic your friends recommend. 5-star patient rated Dr. Harper and Spaniel Plus. Their specialists are building a Norfolk legacy, one patient at a time. Well, every time Arlington makes a little bit of a rally, Milford's doing a really nice job at coming right back with an answer. They've got 8 threes compared to just 3 for Arlington. As a miss here, Roth grabs the rebound.
1-3-1 zone right now for Milford.
Yeakley for another chance. Good! Izzy Yeakley, 12 points on 4 threes.
Yeakley comes down the floor, extending that arm in the shooting motion, and why not? She has been red hot.
Trying to answer back. That's no good by Wolf. Offensive rebound. Arp goes up, leaves it short. Rebound tipped up in the air, and Rottenberg comes down with it. Yeakley Cuts her way through, right hand, and going to the free throw line. Milford was on the ropes just a moment ago. It was a 6-point game. Now back to 15.
I like the dribble drive there by Yeakley. Recognizes defense. Tim, that case, out of position. Puts a move on her and takes it to the basket. Don't settle if you don't have to. Yeakley's been so good from three-point land, but that's a good recognition of where the defense is and how to attack it. And now Yeakley at the free throw line.
13 points for Izzy Yeakley. 4 threes. Milford 48, Arlington 32, and a chance to tack on another one. The story of this game right now is the three-pointers. 9 made threes for Arlington, shooting 43% compared to 3 of 13 for Arlington, 9 of 21 for Milford. It was a 6-point game just a moment ago. And a block by Rottenberg into the hands of Ashlyn Miller.
You can't shoot over the top of Rottenberg. You got to go at her. She's just too tall and athletic to try to shoot over the top.
Offensive foul. Going back to Arlington. A 10-0 run for Milford over the last 2.5 minutes. Arlington hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes.
That's foul number 3 on Shayla Rautenberg, so we'll have to watch that. She's going to sit down here probably for the last minute 21 of the quarter.
It's your chance if you're Arlington to go inside. Even though Milford's hitting threes, you don't need those yet. Or find a way to get back in this ball game.
Just got to put some points on the board. There's a good jumper.
Off the glass and good. Haley Arp, she's got 8 points.
And nobody picked her up. That's good recognition there as well. Nobody picks her up, so she just steps into the free throw line and knocks one down.
On the drive is Crabtree underneath to Miller. Arp with the block. Crabtree fouled on the way back up.
And Miller missed that shot, but watch Crabtree here. After the pass, kind of hang around there and get that loose ball rebound and go right back up with it.
First free throw, no good for Crabtree. Averages 4.3 points per game, 3 assists a game, good passer. And makes the second free throw.
A 15-point game. Arlington needs something here. We talked about it a lot today. Psychologically, you want to have a positive, some sort of positive momentum heading into the fourth quarter.
Nielsen back into the game. Arp with a jumper, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Arlington.
Yuckley with the inside position. Didn't get the rebound, but kept Arlington from getting the offensive rebound. Well, Milford can play for one now.
49-34. Crabtree floats it right hand, no good. Now Arlington has a chance. Got to go quickly, 3 seconds. There's the floater. It's good. A buzzer beater.
Excellent.
Emerson Tim.
Excellent play by Tim.
All the way up the floor with 6 seconds to go, and she gets it to fall.
The exactly speed. How much time's left.
And the awareness. 49-36. Milford up by 13. We go to the fourth on NCN.
Here's what you can expect on News Channel Nebraska. The top local news headlines all morning, plus 8 a.m. Mass with Father Joe. Stay up to date throughout the afternoon with the NCN News app. And tune back into NCN throughout the evening for the latest developments on major stories along with live high school and college sports. News Channel Nebraska. Independent media for all Nebraskans.
Teammates Mentoring is in need of mentors, especially for students in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. Meeting with a student just once a week in school can make a positive impact on their life by providing a sense of hope and helping them reach their full potential. 92% of teammates' mentors report that they leave their mentoring time in a better mood than when they arrive. So what are you waiting for? Head over to teammates.org today to learn more information about how you can get involved. Join the team. Be a mentor.
I'll look at the Arlington fan section. Feeling a little down right now, trailing by 13 as we start the fourth quarter of play. Winner will go on and play Minden on Friday. Here's a steal to open things up for the Arlington Eagles.
That's how the Eagles could get back in it. Get some steals. A player like Tim that can create.
Oh, what a block by Rottenberg. Closes the gap on Britt Nielsen.
She can, you think you've got an open shot, and players like that can just close it down in such a hurry.
Yeakley the pass inside now to Rottenberg, who's right there to catch high and put it in.
Well, that looked like Mom, Lisa Reitzema. They're just a little volleyball play, tapping that up. It wasn't a kill, it was, but it was a tap up to keep the ball alive and then go up and score.
It comes up with the block and the ball back into the hands of Oldfield. Back to Rottenberg, no good. And Milford going, or rather Arlington back the other way. Three-pointer here, Wolf off the back of the rim, and Rottenberg with another board. You mentioned it, she's got an athletic blood in her family. Under head coach Terry Pettit of the volleyball program, Lisa Reitzma.
Yeah, she was an exceptional player for Coach Pettit.
Just a three-time All-American.
That's all.
No big deal. No wonder her daughter can dunk a volleyball. I can't wait to see her dunk at a game because it's going to happen. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely, it's going to happen.
Big block again. Rottenberg all over the place. Roth gets out of there, and Oldfield gets the catch and the bucket.
Oldfield gets out and runs. Roth delivers the basketball to her. That's Roth's 7th assist of the ballgame.
Timeout by Tasha Wolf and the Arlington Eagles. 5:53 to go in the game. Milford on top by 17, 53-36.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe, it's the Roe you know.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Lincoln always offers the state tournament, which is always a spectacular sight. Class C1 state tournament quarterfinals. Winner will play Minden on Friday.
Well, Milford has 3 players in double figures, but I think one of them that isn't is Ayla Roth with 9 points, but again, 7 assists in the game.
That was a beautiful feed, but not a finish from Haley Arp. What a pass by Tim.
Yeah, Tim is such an exceptional passer, one of the best in the state. But it's danger time now for Arlington, down 17.
Three-pointer, no good off the back of the rim by Roth. She gets her own rebound. Unbelievable effort to Miller with the bucket.
Wow. Roth with 6 rebounds now and 8 assists to go with 9 points. That's contributing on every level.
Milford up by 19, and Tim draws the foul. She's been the go-getter with 10 points for Arlington today. Trying to do everything she can to stay in this fight. shooting has been much better for Milford, 41% compared to 21% for Arlington.
Tim averages, we talked about assists, she averages 6.5 assists a game. That's outstanding.
Five minutes to go. 18-point lead and a foul underneath. It's called on Haley Arp. Oldfield able to get it into Yigley. This Milford team has been so good shooting today. Offensive rebound, left hand, no good. Rebound pulled down. Long range shooting has been spectacular. Now Arlington, Nielsen, pull up three. That's in and out. It's not the best day for shooting for the Arlington Eagles. Drive left hand, Roth, it goes over the entire rim before missing.
Roth averages 14 a game, only has 9 today, hasn't shot the ball well, but has done everything else exceptionally well.
O'Daniel, a long three-point try.
That's a good idea here by Milford and Roth to just slow it down here a little bit. You don't need any quick shots. They're going to call timeout.
Timeout, Bryce Roth. We'll take one too. Milford leading by 18 with 3:51 to go. 55-37. Milford.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. We have wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Player of the game is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, and Roe Buick in Grand Island and Aurora will get to interview whoever we believe the player of the game after this battle comes to an end. Right now, Milford with the lead. Yigley a three is no good. Offensive rebound. Crabtree back up and in.
20-point lead for the Milford Eagles. It's been a, Arlington made their run, but Milford able to stave them off, and now they're extending the lead.
What a game.
Yeckley took that last three-pointer and missed it, but she's made 5 in this ball game, and she also with 7 rebounds and 5 assists. She's had a great game as well.
Drive in the kick. Roth floats it up and connects again. Ayla Roth is unstoppable too. Milford, if they play like this, watch out. 3 for Tim. Tries to connect, and she does. Just the 4th three-pointer made by Arlington tonight.
You're right about Milford. I think this team has state championship caliber and character. It's got everything you need. You just got to be able to play well 3 times here this week to cut down the nets. They certainly have that chance.
And a foul. That will send Roth back to the free throw line. Tremendous game from this Milford squad. Rottenberg's got a double-double. 12 points, 12 boards. She's also got 8 blocks today, Lou.
Yeah, that's insane. That's 8 blocks.
Rottenberg is 2 blocks away from a triple-double in that sense. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Well, you got Roth at the free throw line that is 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists. So everybody for
Triple-double watch.
Yeah, everybody's putting up big numbers here. And Yeckley, too, as I mentioned, she's got some great numbers.
That ball knocked out of bounds. I mean, this is a team that has really been shooting the ball well. Here's another three. That's no good. Rebound by Rottenberg. 13 boards. That's just fantastic.
Such a dominant inside player. I don't know that she's had her best offensive game either, but she, again, these players for this Milford team, they do so many things well. I mean, maybe they have an off game in one area, but they compete very well in another area.
Rottenberg turns and can't get that shot to go. A steal. Rottenberg keeps it alive. To Roth. Left hand off the glass and in. Another timeout as Milford extends their lead to 21. 1:34 to go. This is fantastic.
Life can move at a pretty fast pace here in Nebraska. From lights on to lights out, there's no stopping our work ethic. That's why at Nebraska Public Power District, we take pride in keeping you going. Pride in knowing that your power grid is consistently ranked one of the nation's most reliable and resilient. We take on the challenges 24/7 because electricity is the lifeblood of your day, and powering your day is what motivates us to do our very best. NPPD, powering our state, empowering your life.
61-40, Milford is a minute and 34 seconds away from earning their first ever win at the state level in Lincoln, Nebraska. And stick around for our top plays brought to you by Currency.
This won't be their last win. Maybe this year, who knows? I mean, very tough field, but this is a really good basketball team and a lot of good young players here for in this program.
Low post turnaround, ball stolen away by Roth. Where's she at on the steals list?
That was her first steal of the ball game.
Just her first.
I know, it's hard to believe, right?
Everybody's been getting in on the action. A minute to go in the game. Roth kicks to Oldfield. Both teams have a platoon swap of players ready to get in the ball game. This pass is picked off by Emerson Tim. She'll take a three and miss that one. Rebound by Roth. 41 seconds to go. Might see a timeout, and there it is for substitutions. We'll keep it here on News Channel Nebraska. Milford is going to win this game. They're going to win their first game at the state level in Lincoln, Nebraska, leading by 21 in just their third trip. What an effort by these Eagles.
You see it all the time here, the thrill of victory. Milford celebrating on the other end. Arlington players on the verge of tears as they know their season is coming to an end, and that's what makes this so special. Their array of emotions and these athletes that compete and do it so well.
As the shot clock expires, it goes out of bounds here.
It's going to be Milford basketball. I think it went off of...
Now I'll call a shot clock violation.
Okay, they're going to call that. Okay. Went off Grayson Adams' leg out of bounds, but...
And that's it. Milford, 24-1. Win their first game at state and their first trip since 2008. The Milford Eagles with one loss in the season by 2 points to Lincoln Christian. This team's playing their best basketball right now.
It's a good basketball team, and But if you're going to beat Milford this year, you're going to have to play a great basketball game. They're loaded. They got so much talent. And you saw it today, so many players with putting up big numbers. This is a special team here, are the Milford Eagles.
We'll take it to our top plays, our player of the game interview, and interview with head coach Bryce Ruff. It's coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
State basketball on NCN is brought to you by Heritage at Fountain Point, redefining senior living with a steadfast commitment to comfort, compassion, and dignity. Agri-City Insurance, protecting what you grow. And by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Zollner Ford in Beatrice has options to make the process of buying or maintaining vehicles easy and enjoyable. If you have your sights on a new vehicle, a member of our sales team would love to show it to you in the warmth of our showroom or bring it right to your driveway. For maintenance, we offer a few options to make service appointments convenient, like free pickup and delivery within 25 miles of Beatrice, including all of Lincoln. We can also come to you with our mobile service unit to help quickly get going again. Zollner Ford in Beatrice. Sales and service with a smile.
Start the game 16-3 run. The defense is going well. You knew you'd have to weather some type of run in the second half, and you did. What was the key to re-extending the lead in the second half, you think?
Second half, we had a 15-point lead against Pierce in the district final, and just at this point, everybody's just really good. So you got to expect a run, but we talked about it at halftime. You just got to be able to handle those punches, and then ultimately it just came down to our defense getting huge stops. Obviously, Izzy Yakeley hit some huge threes in that quarter too, but to be able to weather that storm says a lot about our team. I think we took a lot of that, what we learned in the district final being up 15, and they actually tied it up on us. They tied it up 32-32 against Pierce, and so I'm just proud of how we hung in there and just absolutely defended the scout. Arlington has 3 of probably some of the most talented players that we've seen in our schedule so far this year, but and they're a handful to guard, but our girls did a great job guarding the scout and better job rebounding in the second half. I thought much better. Shayla was huge, obviously, on the boards and defending the post, but first half I think we gave up 9 offensive boards. Too many.
Coach, I don't know what the final ended up being. At one point I saw you had 16 assists on 20 made buckets. That's great offense. What is it about this team that allows them to share the ball so well?
I mean, it is hard. It's one of the hardest things. It's easy to say. We say share the sugar. It's a kind of our mantra. Our girls buy into it. They love it. They just love they're happy for their teammates. On any given night, I think I've said this before in media, that we've had 5 different players that have scored in double figures, or led us in scoring in a year, which is crazy. 4 of our players average double figures. One is our Taylor Oldfield average like over 8. So just any given night, whoever, if they're like today, they were trying to stop us inside a little bit, congested the lane. I thought a good for the most part. I thought I wish we would have got it inside more. That's what we preached at half, but the way they guarded it, I thought we were able to get some kickouts and had some open shots. Like I said, Izzy Yakeley had some big threes, and then we finally did open it up inside. So, but they just are amazing teammates, and they care about each other, And like I said, to say it's one thing, but to have players buy into it, it just says a lot about them and the rest of our coaching staff that do a phenomenal job with them.
When Arlington had cut it to a single-digit deficit, I think Shayla had blocks on 3 straight possessions for you. Talk about what she's meant for you both offensively and defensively.
Right, 9 points I think they cut it to. So the other girls are guarding like scout position people, and so she helped free us up a little bit to do their jobs. Obviously 2, and then Tim, coach's daughter's really phenomenal player, and then Nielsen, 23. I thought she really is a really good player, leading scorer. So I thought we did a good job guarding her. But like when you have Shayla's ability inside to protect the rim, and Ashlyn Miller, 33, who can defend the arc too and play. So just they buy into defense and they like to defend. She's a special player, obviously. But we got a lot of really good players on our team that all buy into defending and making it tough. 40 points for Arlington. I don't know. I think that's what we held them to, but. Just overall, really, was it 10? How many was that in the second half? I'm not even sure. So we limited them quite a bit in the second half, but even though they went on that run to start. So,
well, Coach, congrats on the win. Good luck against Minden in the semifinals.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's head coach Bryce Roth. Let's bring in our player of the game, Shayla Rottenberg. Great job today, Shayla, getting kudos from the coach. And come on over here. Coach talked about the team defense mentality of this team. How does that play out? What are the things you work on to try to do your job defensively and help this team keep other teams from scoring?
One of my main jobs is to block people. So today my game plan was to stay in the paint for the whole game and let them come to me. They definitely can rely on me to help them out.
I know shooters can get into rhythms, right? And certainly you've seen that too. I feel like on defense you can get in a rhythm too. Did you feel that as you were starting to block shots? Were you getting into a defensive rhythm there?
I definitely was. They just kept coming to me, so it was pretty easy for me.
How close are you to dunking a basketball?
I can dunk a volleyball, and I've been working on dunking in practice for basketball. My coach lobs it to me, and I just tip it in.
We're close. Well, Minden's up next. What's it going to take to win in the semifinals?
Well, last year we played them in district finals, and they out-rebounded us. But our game plan this year is definitely to out-rebound them and get our shots on offense and just slow them down on defense.
Well, congrats on the game. Great job, and good luck against Minden.
Thank you.
That's Shayla Rottenberg. Almost a triple-double in block. She was only 2 away. Kaylin Debin, Lou Siefker, and me. I guess that's a triple-double. Maybe not. Guys, let's send it back to you.
Well, that's triple, and if you add cheeseburger at the end of double, then I think, double cheeseburger, I think that's what we're all having tonight, probably.
Matches my waistline.
The double waistline?
Milford was impressive today, and we just talked to Rautenberg, 12 points and 14 rebounds to go with 8 block shots. But what Coach talked about, so many other players. Roth, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Yeckley, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. There's a lot of there's just 3 players right there that had huge games. Any of those 3 could have been the player of the game here tonight.
Well, let's take it to our top plays, brought to you by Currency. If your business needs financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers, all you really need is Currency. Go to gocurrency.com. Getting things started, the winner of this one, Milford or Arlington, will take on Minden on Friday in the Class C1 semifinals as this bracket is almost shaped up. And we get started. Milford with probably one of the best starts we've seen. Threes good from Taylor Oldfield, and they go out to a 9-0 lead. Heck of a start for Milford. Got it going there, and now an answer back from Arlington. First 3 of the ball game from them, trying to get back on the board. Libby Hegeman had her only three-pointer there. Now here's Rottenberg, and then Yeckley with a big three-pointer. Three-pointers were really good from Milford today as Arlington trying to rally back in it. A nice pass finding Carvajal for the bucket, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game. It was a 13-point lead for Milford, but Milford found their shot again. Taylor Oldfield knocks down another three-pointer to increase the lead for Milford, and they would just keep it going, 28-19. Here's the drive by Roth. She was phenomenal today. Finds a nice pass inside to a wide-open Ashlyn Miller. Finished with 6 points and gets the bucket to fall as we go to this second half. A 35-20 lead for Arlington, or for Milford in that first half over Arlington. Yeckley keeps it going right where she left off with a three-pointer. 38-27. Arlington trying to rally back. There's a tough shot with a foul. It drops. Good one, falls. That's Macy Wolf with the bucket. 38-29 the score. Arlington with the basketball, trying to keep their climb back in. Stepping up to the line is a three from Britt Nielsen. It's single digits once again. Milford back with the basketball. They want to keep extending that lead, and they do. Izzy Yeckley had 5 threes on the night. Finished the game with 16 points. 51-36 Milford. And plays like this is why they were able to open up that lead. Outstretching it with a steal up the floor to Taylor Oldfield, who had 11 points tonight. 20-point lead for Milford, 57-37, and Roth, a nice drive to the basket. Ayla Roth finishes the game with 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. She was close to a triple-double, too. Mentioned Rottenberg being just 2 blocks away from a triple-dub. Ayla Roth also close there, too. 59-40, a minute 40 to go in the game. Here's Roth, the drive, the floater off the glass. It's good as Milford gets the win, 61-40 over the Arlington Eagles. The first win for Milford at the state level in program history in their first trip since 2008. Milford gets the win. Caitlin Devin and Lou Siefker joining you tonight from Lincoln, Nebraska. The crowd has cleared away, but don't be fooled. We're not quite done yet. We got some more basketball coming up next as Class C1 bracket has officially been locked down. Here's who will be getting on Friday at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Lincoln Christian and Gothenburg in that game at 9 a.m. on Friday at PBA. Right after that at 10:45, it will be the team with purples, Minden and Milford. That's at 10:45 as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. I tell you what, everybody that's left could win that state championship. Really impressed with Milford. I think Milford is the team that's going to be a tough out. They really impressed me here today. Really, 21-point win over a really good Arlington team. That's kind of an eye-opener.
And Minden was the team that knocked out Milford last year in the district final. I'm a little worried for you because everybody's going to be purple on Friday. You're going to have that game. You're wearing a purple tie. All, the teams are covered with M's. It's purple M's everywhere on Friday.
And you know very well I'm not a smart guy. So
no, exactly. That's why I'm so worried. Lou, you're smarter than most people I've met. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Depends on what we're talking about.
I'll pay you after the game here.
Oh, perfect. We're going to come back with more basketball coming up in just a little while. Our next 2 games to finish off the evening. We'll have the number 2 seed Elm Creek taking on the 7 seed Diller Odell in Class D1. That starts at 6 p.m. at 5:50 for the pregame, and then Southwest will play Cedar Catholic right after that matchup is over. That's both those games next on News Channel Nebraska.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.
Need relief from pain or support?